Let me ask you something real. Have you ever stopped and thought about how much of your life is controlled, not by your circumstances, not by your past, not even by your talent, but by what you believe about yourself? Think about it. Every single decision you've made up until this point came out of a belief. If you believed you couldn't do it, you didn't even try. If you believed it was too hard, you quit before you ever gave yourself a chance to see how strong you really were. Your belief system is like the thermostat of your life. It sets the temperature. You will never rise higher than what you've decided in your mind is possible. Here's the crazy part. The majority of people fail not because they don't have the skills or the resources, but because they don't even believe they can win in the first place. They walk around already defeated, already carrying a story in their head about why it won't work, why they're not good enough, why people like them don't get those kinds of opportunities. And I need you to hear me when I say this. Those thoughts are lies. The truth is, the ceiling you feel pressing down on you is one you built with your own beliefs. I've met people with less education, less talent, less money, but they believed in themselves at such a high level that they broke through barriers that others never even attempted. They didn't waste time asking, what if I fail? They asked, what if this works? And because they had that kind of faith in their possibilities, they took action, they pushed forward, they stayed in the fight when others bowed out. That belief became fuel, and it carried them places where raw talent alone could never take them. You might not realize this, but every day you are rehearsing your beliefs. Every time you wake up and say, I can't do this, I'll never make it, you are strengthening that belief. You are practicing doubt. But the moment you flip it and start saying, I will figure this out, I will rise, I will push past this moment, you start rehearsing belief. And belief practice consistently builds confidence. Confidence builds action. And action brings results. The question is, which one are you practicing more? Because if you are always feeding doubt, don't be surprised when doubt controls your life. But if you make the decision to feed belief every single day, don't be surprised when success starts chasing you down. Your mind is either your prison or your passport, and the difference between the two is what you choose to believe. Most people don't realize that the only thing holding them back is the way they see themselves and the way they see the world. It's not the job, it's not the economy, it's not even the people around them, it's their mindset. There are really only two ways to live your life. You can operate with a fixed mindset, or you can operate with a growth mindset. A fixed mindset says, this is who I am, this is all I've got, and I can't change it. A growth mindset says, this is where I am right now, but I can develop, I can stretch, I can become more than this. One keeps you trapped in the box. The other gives you the tools to break out of it. When you carry a fixed mindset, every challenge looks like a threat. If it's difficult, you avoid it because you're afraid it will expose your weaknesses. You stick with what you know. You stay in your comfort zone, and you never discover what you're actually capable of. That mindset is like a cage you built with your own hands, and the sad part is most people decorate the cage, get comfortable in it, and then convince themselves that's all life has to offer. They say things like, I'm just not that smart, or I'm not good with money, or I wasn't born to be successful. And because they've decided it's permanent, they never even try to prove themselves wrong. But when you step into a growth mindset, the entire game changes. Challenges don't intimidate you anymore. They become opportunities. You look at failure not as proof that you aren't enough, but as evidence that you're learning, that you're evolving, that you're getting closer to the version of yourself you're supposed to be. Instead of asking, why me? You start asking, what can this teach me? You stop running from the things that scare you and start leaning into them because you know that's where the growth is. And I'm telling you, the most successful people you've ever seen are not always the smartest, not always the most talented, but they have this mindset that says, I can learn, I can improve, I can adapt. That's why they win. They don't lock themselves into yesterday's version of themselves. They wake up every day willing to be stretched, willing to be uncomfortable, willing to grow into the person their goals demand them to be. So if you've been stuck, if you've been circling the same mountain year after year, maybe it's not that you don't have what it takes. Maybe it's that you've been operating with the wrong mindset. The truth is, your abilities are not fixed. Your potential is not capped, and your story is not finished. The real question is, are you willing to shift your mindset so you can finally shift your life? The words you speak to yourself every single day are shaping your reality, whether you realize it or not. I'm not even talking about the things you say out loud. I'm talking about that quiet voice in your head, the one that's always whispering, always commenting, always narrating your life. For some of you, that voice is tearing you down more than any critic ever could. It's saying, you're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You'll never get it right. And here's the problem. The more you repeat those words, the more you start to believe them. And the more you believe them, the more you live them out. That inner dialogue becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. I need you to think about this. How many opportunities have you let pass you by because you told yourself you weren't ready? How many doors stayed closed, not because you didn't have the key, but because you convinced yourself you didn't deserve to knock? That's the power of your language. Words carry energy, and that energy directs your actions. Negative self-talk drains your drive, it kills your courage, and it robs you of the very momentum you need to move forward. But the opposite is also true. When you start feeding yourself empowering words, when you look in the mirror and speak life into your situation, instead of death, something shifts. You begin to walk differently, talk differently, act differently. You stop playing small because the voice inside of you keeps reminding you that you were built for more. You start making decisions from a place of confidence instead of fear. And the truth is, it doesn't happen overnight. It's like a muscle. The more you practice speaking to yourself with power and belief, the stronger that inner voice becomes. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not about pretending everything is perfect or lying to yourself. It's about choosing a language that aligns with the life you're trying to create. If you keep saying, I can't, you'll prove yourself right. But if you choose to say, I will find a way, your brain starts looking for solutions instead of excuses. If you say, I'm not enough, you'll stay stuck. But if you say, I'm becoming more every day, you give yourself permission to grow into that truth. And let's be real, the world is already loud with negativity. You've got people doubting you, circumstances testing you, challenges pressing against you. The last thing you need is to join in that chorus and tear yourself down too. You need to be your own loudest supporter. You need to be the one reminding yourself of who you are and what you're capable of even when nobody else sees it. Because at the end of the day, the language you choose in your mind sets the tone for the life you live in reality. Fear and faith cannot operate in the same space. Every decision you make is fueled by one or the other. And whichever one you give power to will determine the direction of your life. Fear is that voice that says, what if I fail? What if I lose everything? What if I embarrass myself? It paralyzes you before you even get started. Faith, on the other hand, whispers, what if this works? What if this is the very thing that changes everything for me? What if this risk leads me to the life I've been dreaming of? And the truth is, the opportunity doesn't care which voice you listen to. It's waiting on you to decide. Fear makes you hesitate. It makes you overthink. It convinces you that safety is better than possibility, that comfort is better than growth. And here's the painful part. Most people choose fear without even realizing it. They think they're just being cautious, just being practical, but really they're letting fear disguise itself as logic. They sit on the sidelines of their own life, watching other people chase their dreams because fear told them it's not the right time. A faith works differently. Faith doesn't erase the risk. It doesn't eliminate the unknown, but it gives you the courage to step anyway. Faith pushes you forward even when the path isn't clear. Faith says, I might not have it all figured out, but I'm going to move. And I trust that as I move, the way will reveal itself. That's what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. It's not that they weren't afraid. It's that they chose faith over fear when it mattered most. Think about your own life. How many chances did you pass up because you let fear take the wheel? How many times did you know deep down you should move, you should speak up, you should take that risk, but you froze? And now, looking back, you realize it wasn't the lack of opportunity that held you back. It was the lack of faith. Because the truth is, fear will always be there. The question isn't whether you feel it or not. The question is whether you let it control your choices. Faith is not blind optimism. It's the decision to believe impossibilities greater than your current circumstances. It's looking at a closed door and still knocking. It's standing at the edge of the unknown and still stepping forward. Faith is not the absence of fear. It's the refusal to let fear dictate your story. At the end of the day, fear will cost you your future, but faith will carry you into it. One of the biggest reasons people never see the success they're chasing is because they have the wrong relationship with failure. They think failure is final. They think failure is proof that they don't have what it takes. And because of that, the moment something doesn't work out the way they imagined, they quit. But let me tell you something. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Every person who's ever achieved something great has a trail of failures behind them. The difference is they didn't let those failures define them. They let them refine them. When you hit a wall, you have two choices. You can see it as the end, or you can see it as a signal to adjust, to grow, to get sharper. Too many people run into that wall and say, see, I knew it wasn't for me. But the truth is, the wall is there to test how badly you want it. If you quit at the first obstacle, it's not because you weren't capable. It's because your mindset wasn't strong enough to carry you through. Resilient people don't interpret failure as defeat. They interpret it as feedback. They don't say, I failed, so I'm done. They say, I failed, so now I know what not to do next time. That's how they keep moving forward when everyone else is stuck. Think about a baby learning to walk. They fall dozens of times, and nobody looks at that baby and says, walking just isn't for you. No, we clap, we cheer, we encourage, because we know falling is part of the process. Somewhere along the line, as adults, we forget that. We start treating failure like it's a shameful thing instead of a necessary teacher. But if you want to succeed, you have to relearn how to see it. Every setback carries a lesson. Every rejection builds resilience. Every no prepares you to handle the yes that's coming. Resilience is what separates dreamers from achievers. The dreamers are the ones who have great ideas but stop when it gets tough. The achievers are the ones who take the hits, take the losses, take the pain, and keep standing back up. They understand that success is not a straight line. It's a series of stumbles, recoveries, and comebacks. And the beauty of resilience is that every time you bounce back, you come back stronger, you gain wisdom, you gain confidence, and you prove to yourself that nothing can break you unless you let it. So don't run from failure, don't fear it, and don't let it stop you. Use it, learn from it, and let it shape you into the person capable of carrying the success you've been chasing. Because in the end, failure isn't the end of the story. It's the part that makes the victory possible. It looks like you want me to expand key point 6 from the list. So let's build it into a 500-word segment in the same flowing, motivational style as before your mindset is like a garden, and whatever you allow into it will grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, don't be surprised when you harvest frustration and regret. But if you protect that garden, if you carefully choose what you plant and what you allow to take root, you'll start to see your life produce peace, clarity, and success. The problem for most people isn't that they don't have potential. It's that they've left their minds unguarded. They let anybody and anything dump garbage in there, and then they wonder why they feel stuck. Every conversation, every song you listen to, every post you scroll past, every environment you put yourself in, all of it is feeding your mindset. If you surround yourself with negativity, with people who always complain, with voices that say you can't, eventually you'll start to echo that same energy. You'll start lowering your vision, lowering your drive, lowering your standard without even realizing it. That's why protecting your peace isn't optional. It's essential. You've got to be intentional about what you allow in. That means sometimes you've got to distance yourself from people you love, but who don't align with where you're going. It means sometimes you've got to unplug from the noise, cut off the distractions, and give your mind room to breathe and reset. Protecting your mindset isn't about being selfish. It's about making sure you're strong enough to carry the weight of your goals. You can't build a future on a weak foundation, and your mind is that foundation. But it's not just about blocking out the negative. It's also about reprogramming with the positive. Just like you can't expect a phone to run without charging it, you can't expect your spirit to thrive without feeding it daily. You've got to fill yourself with messages of growth, stories of perseverance, reminders of what's possible. You've got to speak life into your situation, even when things don't look like they're changing. Reprogramming your mind takes discipline. It means choosing not to let your emotions drive you, but letting your vision guide you. And here's the truth, you won't always feel like it. You won't always wake up motivated. But that's when protecting and reprogramming your mindset matters most. That's when the habits you've built, the environment you've created, and the words you've rehearsed will carry you forward. When the world is loud, when life gets heavy, when doubt tries to creep back in, the strength of your mindset will determine whether you fold or whether you keep pressing. Because at the end of the day, success doesn't come to the most talented or the most gifted. It comes to the ones who guard their mind, feed it daily, and refuse to let anything compromise their peace.